Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play LOTRO with me, Balthelion, where I'm joined once again by Benji.
Hey, you found me.
Yeah, you're up there somewhere. Yeah, with your new pet that you haven't used before, that we've just had to teach you how to use. So yeah, this will be interesting.
Distract people.
Yeah, well, just flash a light bulb in their eyes.
Fly, my pretty.
And we've also got Miel again.
Hiya.
And we've also joined by Obi today, whose mic isn't working. So
check fellowship chat if you want to hear his comment.
But yeah, so we're kind of cheating a bit again this time because we're a bit undermanned. So Riel is on an over-leveled hunter and should just mow down things. The rest of us are somewhat on level.
But Riel is also drinking, so his ability is probably less than usual, which is bad enough.
You never had much ability to begin with. Only a fool's ability. But yeah, the minute so
7, does it not?
We'll see how this go. At the minute, Obi is kind of Care Bear spec to kind of offer some heals. Benji's kind of a bit.
I'm now yellow.
And I'm still tank spec, so we'll see how it goes.
We have no damage, apart from our 115.
That's more than damage than we need, trust me.
Yeah, I know.
The shenanigans you can do with a level 115 hunter. Elrond has had us searching for this place. So let's see what it says.
The Lord Ferndur has come to this place, but to what purpose I cannot guess.
If you are here to explore this lost temple, I must warn you, friends. The Gaunt Lord Ferndur has come to this place, but to what purpose I cannot guess. There is something else too that I cannot explain. Well, they're a lot of help, aren't they?
He has hired a band of sellswords to help him. It is very unusual.
Ferndur the Virulent would be worrisome enough, Holibrand, but he has hired a mercenary band, and they have been prowling about the grounds of the Lost Temple. It is highly unusual, and I do not know why Ferndur would deem to work with such men. It is my understanding that the desires of men are beneath the notice of such creatures as the Gaunt Lords, but this mercenary band is certainly in the employ of the Gaunt Lord. Make your way through the grounds, and you will see it is so. Enter the crypts and look for signs of what Ferndur is planning. So again, it's Gaunt Lord number 3. Diseases are the order of the day. This is the yellow disease instance. So, we need to go downstairs. There is one guy patrolling up the top that we don't actually need to pull.
We're going to pull him anyway.
Well, Riel's going to put him anyway, but he's on the highest bit up here this side. So you can go and murder him anyway. There he is. We'll see how quickly. This is DPS test. You can probably one-shot that. There we go.
I clicked on it, it disappeared. I saw it.
It had 19,000 health. Riel hit it for 20. Right, so we're going to come down here. There's going to be a group of mobs that will get aggroed straight away as soon as Riel starts hitting them.
Little dyers.
We could literally just let you do everything, Riel. I think we've over-leveled you too much.
Go!
Right. So you kill that group of mobs. There's nothing fancy. They're just like generic trash mobs. Some
Do
melee,
we
some
want to
ranged.
try and do it without?
Right. So there are some frogs here. So we can kill the frogs and pretend we're actually helping. There we go. That's probably the second favourite pastime in this instance, killing frogs. We'll wait till we get inside to show Benji what number 1 is.
Oil.
There's no special deed for killing all the frogs. It's just fun. Just because they're there. Right, so upstairs we go.
Up the stairs you go.
And into the temple. So this will be interesting. So at some point here, one of these guys will give one of us an eye, which will increase the threat generation of that person.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna.
Riel's probably gonna end up killing him too fast. I think is it a purple eye? I can't really remember. We'll probably see on one of them anyway.
Maybe we should have used a lower level character with Ariel. Maybe.
Yeah, we might have to scale him. We might have to scale him back on the next one. Give him, like a 90-ish or something.
Yeah,
so
with
again,
95 captain that can
I
do
think
it.
I think it's the Acolyte Pestilence that does the eye, but he's probably still going to die too quickly.
Yeah, he's dead.
But from what I remember, it gives you like 300% to your like threat generation. So if it goes on a healer, it's generally quite bad. There should be a troll patrol. There he comes.
Yeah,
he wanders
there was a troll.
from all the way back there, back to that first pool. So you might just want to do that pool while the troll's not there. Otherwise, you have to fight him extra. There's a couple of guys here. There'll be 2 acolytes and then 2 other generic peoples. Again, nothing particularly fancy.
Did not see him there.
We noticed because we were the one attacking him.
So So don't Leroy this, because this
No, I'm
needs an
not.
explanation.
It
Right.
does.
So this is a twin boss fight. So we have a man on the left called Angade, and a woman on the right called Sidhag, and they have really annoying accents. So the man fights in melee, and he can be pulled around the room everywhere because he's melee. The woman is like a ranged caster class, so she'll generally stay wherever the hell she likes. Occasionally, she will run over to her brother and say something along the lines of "How are you, brother?" or something like that. But when they're together, they have like a damage aura around them, so you can kind of see that on them now. Which if we put it up, so yeah, they get the aura Shadow of Strength, which gives them Warding Shadow, which means they have 50% extra damage that they deal, and they take 50% less damage themselves, which is crap. You can probably steal DPS through that, but that's not the point. So really, what we would normally do is the tank would pull Angade off to the side, the other end of the room. You can go upstairs as well, but it's best to stay downstairs because otherwise you'll be out of healing range and so on and so forth. So we'll pull the man to one side. The woman stays where she is basically until she runs over to the brother, and then we can move the brother somewhere else and always keep moving him away from the woman. But yeah, there is a deed to kill them both within 10 seconds, which we probably could do, but Riel's going to have to check his DPS a bit. So you probably want to take them down in tandem. So I would say take the woman down to 50%, take the man down to 50%, and then try and balance it from there.
Cool.
But the bottom line is, yeah, as soon as one dies, Riel can just alpha strike the other one, which shouldn't be difficult.
No.
They can also heal each other as well from time to time, but we'll see. So I will pull Angade off to the left, and everyone else hit the woman for a bit, take her down to half health, and then do
Let
the
me know
same.
if you need healing. If it, let us know if you need healings.
It should be alright. I'll pull.
We should be done quick enough.
I'll pull this guy over here. There we are. Right.
Yeah,
Let's just watch this. Riel's right. So we go. Brother, help me. So she's coming to her brother.
Shadows, protect me.
I will put him over here.
Red of the dark.
Or maybe not, because he's on Riel now.
Still worm.
Riel's DPS is too strong.
I was stunned for a second, sorry.
Yeah, right.
Shadows, protect me.
Right, so Riel's going to nuke him now anyway. This is too easy with you being 150
Yeah.
on a hunter. Right. There we go.
Yeah, we need to turn Riel back a bit.
115 hunter is ridiculous though.
It is 115 blue hunter more so.
Even doing 115 instances with 115 hunter is a bit silly.
Yeah. Well, I can solo 105
So-
instances without too much difficulty. Tier 2.
But yeah, the general attacks they do is nothing particularly fancy. Right, no, don't kill the worm! You bad man! Let the worm come! Wormy! Come here, worm. Worms! All of you worms. Get in my bum. Go on, crawl up there. There's a nice little hobbit hole waiting for you. No, don't go to that one. Come here. Come to me. Go up my bottom. Enter my
Is this your favourite pastime?
Enter
Val?
my hobbit hole. There he goes. Oh, one right up somebody else's bum. There we go. Right, I've got a worm up my bum, which is what that is. Maggot infestation. If you don't pop that disease, there we go. In 5 seconds, a extra large worm is coming out my bum. Oh, it's in my face. Look.
Chameleon worm.
There we go. Look. So basically, if they crawl up your butt, you need to pop that disease, and it comes back out as a small worm rather than a big worm. Not that it's going to cause us too much problem with Riel's DPS. So, so before you go running off, I have to talk to this guy that's on the floor here.
I feel like you have issues if that's one of your favourite pastimes.
Yeah, it's just worms up your bum.
I feel this issue is Mary, Doctor. I know, it's like the actress. It's like the actress.
This, look, it's like a detox.
Uh-huh.
It crawls up there, it eats all your poo, and it's nice and clean. It comes back out again. It's like Dentix from Farscape. They clean your teeth, but it cleans your
Whatever
bum.
floats your boat, Val, I'm not going to question.
Anyway, this guy says, I don't have the will to fight you, Hobbit. Just leave me be. We were given good coin to come to this forsaken place. But once we descended into this crypt, something didn't feel right to me. I
Yeah,
told
it's the
them...
damn maggots.
Yeah. There's a maggot crawled up his bum. It's making him sick. Confirmed. I told them I would go no further. Coward, they called me, and left me here with a knife in my side to keep me company. Some payment. Didn't know Colfrith before yesterday, but me and Rimbald had done lots of jobs before this one. Some might call them rim jobs. I guess that's what friendship is good for these days. But they'll get theirs.
That's what you do your friendship time, that's up to you.
If the screams I had heard not long ago are any indication, they already have. Ha 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 ha! Right, so finish that.
Let him suffer, I say.
It's all over now. I care not a whit for them. Let them suffer, I say. They should have listened to me and saved their own lives. Could be they are wanting for the blade they stuck me with, eh? Skriston's laughter seems to cause him pain, and he wheezes with the effort of it. But I don't like being deceived, Hobbit, and that gaunt fellow's coin wasn't good enough to get me to go further into this place without explanation. I want you to make him pay for trying to use us. His coin need to be better to get Skriston to throw away his life. Skriston laughs again painfully. My life's been thrown away without my consent. That's a good deal cheaper, it seems. Find this gaunt fellow, this Fernder, further in, and make him remember me. So, avenge me, Hobbit. Right, so, basically, in this part, inside the instance, we're going to go do a massive clockwise circle, and then we'll be back on the south side, and we can enter the main room. So, if we go around here to the left, there's basically like a mini-boss on the west, the north, and the east side. In the meantime, there's just a load of trash mobs. They will give us loads of diseases. There is a white slayer in the Trollshaw's deed that's just opened up for me.
Yeah.
But
and we've got Troll one earlier as well.
Yeah, that's not instance specific though.
No, that's region there.
So yeah, you can advance normal Trollshaw's deed since obviously this instance is inside the Trollshaws. So I head around here, and then there's going to be a door on the right in a second. Oh, big one. There was a big one.
Yeah.
Right, so there's three mini bosses inside here. I was just clearing the next room anyway.
Well, the next big one was up there whenever I pulled it, so they just came.
Right, so come back here, come back here. Whoa. Inside this room, we need to kill all three of these mini bosses. So there'll be trash mobs as well. When the mini boss dies, there'll be a wave of ads that will come in running in from outside. So here they go. There's a couple of whites coming in.
Yeah, mate.
Did your light just get kicked or something?
Yeah, it did.
Just like flew through the room. There's a range to go outside. So yeah, we just have to kill these guys. There we go. Rudar fell to darkness without battle, for our will was bent before our swords were raised. Now Fernder means to break the will of the North, overcoming all with decay and despair. And for our role, we who were kings and are now condemned to watch as his evil gathers, unless you can stop him. Call upon me and my brothers as one, and we shall open the way. So basically, yeah, we're just freeing the guys that are in those tombs. And we can see the boss room downstairs, where Fernder is currently waiting for us in a massive blood puddle. But yeah. So we have to go around, rescue two more ghosties. That's alright, that gives us time to get in position before you nuke everything. So again, there's going to be
international made, so it's
vaguely.
It's LOTRO related.
Yeah. So there'll be probably a couple of trash mobs before we go in the next room, or maybe not. Maybe those guys were the only ones that we've got. So second room, Vernon Thistlethorn. You seek to wake the ancient kings. It shall not be, mortals. You shall succumb here instead. Ooh. No, he's kicked me and silenced me. How rude. A couple of worms running riot as well. Yeah, some of the diseases will be different depending on what they do. Oh, you've got that one as well. So yeah, depending on what the disease does, some of them you might want to remove, some of them would be bad to remove. Yeah, one of these does acid damage over time, one debuffs your run speed and attack duration. But if you cure the sleeping sickness, it drops a puddle underneath you, which does damage over time. so you don't want to do that near anyone else. Creeping infection does incoming damage to you, but increases your tactical damage. So if you're a tactical class, you might want to keep it on you. Septic arrow just does damage over time. Maggots, if they crawl up your bum. Incoming maggot. Oh, you know the rules, Riel. Every little maggot must be allowed to gestate inside your anus. That's how this instance works. You've got to be kind of...
That's how good instances work.
Well, he's welcome to join my instance. Right, so the last one is a troll boss.
You have a problem, Bal.
Struggle, little mortals. Weaken and die so that we may take your husks for ourselves. So yeah, they're possessing all the corpses, basically. There we go. So we've killed the third mini-boss, which has opened the final room. There we go. Oh, we go. He's saying something. Long ago, we were forced to watch as Ferndor committed his perverse rites in the lower temple. They involved putting maggots up his anus. Now everyone does it. Now he does so again, preparing to unleash a scourge that would devastate the north. Those who would enter the temple must open the Free King's chambers, which we've done. But be warned, Ferndor has laid traps for those who would interfere. Your death awaits. Probably not. Yeah, I was probably going to two-shot him. Can we at least not open DPS until we've seen the puddle mechanics?
I will not fire skill shots at him until
I will
say so.
You will literally do nothing until I tell you.
No, I will fire auto attacks until you say otherwise.
Auto attacks will probably still be too much damage.
No, they won't.
We'll see. Right. So, boss in the middle of the room. You see around the edges of the room, there are corpses. These will be relevant anyway. There's a couple of troll corpses as well. Basically, every now and then he will put a yellow eye above somebody's head, which means that that person will drop a big puddle underneath them in about 10 seconds after you've got the eye. So normally what you'd do is you'd get the eye, you'd come stand in the corner of a room, wait for the eye to drop the puddle, and then get out that puddle pretty quick because it will do damage over time. If you have an eye and you run into a puddle, you die instantly. So don't walk into a puddle with an eyeball. But when that puddle gets dropped as well, if the puddle overlaps any of these corpses, the corpses come to life and start attacking us. Okay? Now there is a deed to drop puddles on every mob in this room. Which we could do. It would negate Riel's TPS entirely because he's not allowed to hit the boss. But I don't know, we could try it maybe. We'll see. Can you only do that for challenge? The deed, maybe the deed won't trigger for the challenge, but so yeah, maybe we can just do it. But we'll show the mechanics anyway behind how to do it. Otherwise, we will be here. It'll take longer doing the puddles than it will doing the entire instance today, probably. But yeah, there's a deed for that as well. Right, so let's go aggravate him. Ah, my friends, I'm afraid you are too late. You shall be among the first to join my army as my plague sweeps up from the north. But first you shall perish. So, you have arrived too late. Too late, I hear. He's just repeating himself again.
He's got short-term memory loss.
Pretty much. So enough playing. So, there we go. Riel's got the eye. So stay away from Riel. He'll drop a big puddle. It'd be like a red and green effect. Whenever it expires. And that should probably wake up 4 guys around him. Yep. So
that is a massive puddle.
So yeah, they are big puddles. So that's why normally you would take the eye literally to the very borders of the wall, so you can make it take up as less room as possible. They do despawn after a prolonged period of time, whether it's like 5 minutes or something. So there we go. So yeah, Obi's got one, so he's going to take it over to the very corner of the room. So yeah, somewhere like that. In this case, it's going to wake up the troll, so we can kill the troll anyway. But you see that only means half of the puddle is in the room now. Oh, Obi's dead.
The bear went down.
It's fine. Right, so we probably want to just nuke him now. But
2 seconds.
So at certain morale thresholds, like I think it's like 75%, 50%, 25%, he will spawn waves of maggots and stuff, which will come in. There we go.
Right.
Loads of angry maggots. Maggots will just come in range. They'll try and induct, and if they get their induction off, they go up your bum.
What's my heal? My revive?
It's the one. Smoke a pipe.
I know, but I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
Oh, back from the brink. There it is. Got it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't in my skill bar, so I was like, well...
I couldn't remember it either.
But that's the gist of it. Basically, put down one puddle. The next puddle, you just go literally to the edge of the puddle, put another eyeball down here. Next person goes as tight as they can to the next puddle, and you basically go all the way around the outside of the room. Probably by the time you get back around to the first one, they'll start despawning. But if necessary, you can just start putting them towards the middle of the room as well. But you just want to be fighting the boss anywhere where there's not a puddle, basically.
Yeah.
Right, let's speak to Elrond. Few know the tale of this place, but one day you shall hear it in full.
He was as cruel to his allies as he was to his enemies.
You and your allies have done well to dispatch Ferndur, Holibrand. He was as cruel to his allies as he was to his enemies, and my investigation of the crypts has confirmed what previously I only suspected, but now the story is clear to me. Long ago, the men of Rudau waged battle against the other remnants of the North Kingdom. They worshipped Ferndur, believing he could grant them the victory, and indeed, the plague he harnessed would be so great a weapon that Arthedain and Cardland could not hope to stand against its threat. He gave to them the plague, the red cloud, but they could not control it. The men of Rudau, who lived and worshipped at the Lost Temple, were laid low by the weapon they sought to wield. It was their undoing, but Ferndur did not weep for them, though it cost him many servants. He merely laughed as the red cloud claimed its victims. I'm glad you have ended his threat.
This broken tablet reveals more commands of the Gaunt Lord Gorthron.
I found this broken tablet here within the crypts of the Lost Temple, Holobrand, and it reveals more commands of the Gaunt Lord Gorthron. The missing section seems to be addressed to Ferndur, and I see several mentions of the Red Cloud, but most of the directives for Drugoth are intact. Drugoth is commanded to go to Forakel to assemble an army of wights from Sari Surma, the Isle of Death, with which to sweep south into the populated lands of Eriador. Gorthron's displeasure is clear. It seems that his servant Ivar was given the task of raising an army of wights, but failed to do so, and now it falls to Drugoth. It was Drugoth that sought to threaten Rivendell with the terror of the dragon Forog, and though he's cast out of the dragon, somehow Drugoth has returned. He has gone to Sari Surma in Forakel, and you must find him and end the scheme of his master. Which will then take us to the fourth instance. But in the meantime, we can just head out. So the door that Elrond just came in through is also an escape route. No, it was the other one, wasn't it? It's the other way. Elrond came in the front door, but we could go out the back door, which is that side. But sod it, can't be asked to walk across the room. So
bit like maggots then, eh?
What's that?
Even by the back door.
They come in via the back door as well, though, unlike Elrond. So we can jump out here then. And then next we will need to go and speak to someone who's probably going to be in Pinty Powdot. Not Pinty Powdot. My mind's gone blank. The capital of Forakel.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Summer. No, Sirkela.
That's the one. They all sound alike.
The day.
In their absence. Did I just take it off as well?
I will definitely
okay, we
come up there.
We literally don't have to talk to anyone. We just have to go there. Okay, so we will stop there then, and we will. We've had to talk to Elrond inside, maybe. But it just seems to be directing us straight to Sari Surma instance now. Travel to Sari Surma and make your way through the fortress. So yeah, we'll stop there then, and then next episode we will tackle Sari Surma.